Hello and welcome to your monthly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are looking at October 2021. I can't quite wrap my head around that, but welcome. These are your TarotScopes for the month ahead. TarotScopes are released every single month on the last Friday of the month to give you insight, inspiration, and guidance for the month ahead. The videos will remain available to you throughout the month of October and even after that. So if you ever need to come back and watch again, you certainly can do so. TarotScopes, I have put them together to help you with insight, with guidance, with inspiration, looking at various or a few areas of life that I feel is relevant and appropriate for every one of us. So just a little bit of insight into the energies around what you can expect on emotions, what you can expect around finances, and what you can expect around your health, as well as giving you an overall kind of theme for the month ahead. And also, just before we finish off, I like to give a little bit of information as to what to watch out for and what to embrace, what to accept into your life during the month as well. I've had so many people say to me over the last couple of months when they've watched the TarotScopes that they've come back to it sort of closer to the end of the month or partway through the month, just as a reminder, just to sort of check. And there's so much that is applicable and appropriate. And I'm always a little bit blown away as to how relevant it can be for so many different people. I also, when I set up and start recording these videos, I do set the intention that it be applicable to your sun sign, which is your standard zodiac that we're all aware of, your moon sign, and your rising sign. So if you know what your moon sign is, if you know what your rising sign is, you can watch those videos as well, which will help you to have a little bit more information into you, what you're dealing with and what you're going through. All I ask in return, if you do enjoy the content, all I ask is that you click that subscribe button over there. Click the subscribe button, and then if you click the little bell next to it, basically what happens is you will then receive a notification every single time I upload a video. At the moment, my upload schedule is a daily tarot reading, 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday. Actually, I'm lying to you, that's Monday to Saturday, because on Sundays I like to do Oracle Sundays. So Oracle Sundays, we do a little bit more of an in-depth reading. We give a little bit more guidance into the Sunday and into the week coming up. So you can almost look at it as a week ahead kind of forecast energetically. And then during the week, we'll have just a straightforward tarot reading to give guidance for the day. And then every Friday, we'll have something interesting. Normally it's a pick a card. Normally it's a pick a card kind of reading. And the last Friday or Friday of the month will be TarotScopes. And there may be one or two little other things that might crop in over the next month as well. So do be sure to click that subscribe button. And click the bell so that you don't miss anything. And of course, if you want more from me, there's always more. Now I sound like I'm an advert, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to sell myself to you. But if you want more, if you would like to have personal reading with me once a week, do consider joining my YouTube channel members. So just once you've clicked subscribe, just beneath over there, you will find, once you've clicked subscribe, you will find a button that says join. And when you join there on the second or the third tier, every single Wednesday evening, South African time, 7 p.m., I do live readings where you get to ask questions and you get to get instant answers from me. The channel is growing so nicely. I have so many members already, and I love it. It is just, we have so much fun on a Wednesday evening. It's so interactive, it's so fun, and I know that everybody who's part of the club just can't wait for Wednesdays to come along. So let me stop babbling now. I'm finished with my sales pitch. Let's get into your TarotScopes, because that is, of course, exactly why you are here and what you are looking for. So we're going to get started, and I do hope that you enjoy. Okay, Capricorn, let's get into your reading and see what does the month of October have in store for you. You can see I have shuffled and laid out some cards, and we're going to start with this one over here, which is going to give you your theme for the month ahead. So the theme for October, which we will bring into all the other cards. Let's have a look and see what it is. I love this. Actually, I'm going to bring it up. Look at this. So we've got a beautiful lotus flower kind of symbol, and the key phrase is you, full stop, the muse. So it's telling you that your theme for the month is going to be about you and you being your own inspirer, you being your own inspiration, you being your own muse. Isn't that just fabulous? So, and I must be honest and say, if I look at the overall theme around all the readings I've done this month for October, this has been, I'm going to call it a common thread where everybody, the spirit have been sort of making sure that everybody focuses on themselves and not so much on everybody else. But for you, Capricorn, in particular, October is going to be about you being your own inspiration. So instead of looking for inspiration from other people or receiving inspiration from other people, it's about recognizing actually what it is that you want, how you want it, when you want it, why you want it, and allowing yourself to be your own motivator to achieve the things that you want, the things that you need to, and the things that are important to you in your life. The other thing that I get with this one about you being the muse, it's about setting your creative self free. It's about, not letting other people's rules and other people's opinions, not letting other people's opinions influence you, about recognizing that you are the creator of your own life. And about, dancing to your own rhythm, beating to your own drum, however you want to say it, but recognizing that it's your terms, it's the way you want it, and other people, it's not that we're saying other people's opinions don't matter, but actually, Capricorn, in October, for you, other people's opinions don't matter. All right, we're going to start with that. Well, we're then going to move on to these three cards across the top here, and they're going to give us insight into three different areas of life, and then we will come to these two cards at a later stage. Starting off with this one over here, it's going to give you insight into your emotional well-being during the month of October. So emotionally, what do you need to be aware of? What does Spirit want you to know? The card we have there, Capricorn, is the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is the card of inner knowing, and it actually ties in with the Muse so beautifully, because the High Priestess, she recognizes her authority, she recognizes her power, but she also knows that she has all the knowledge, all the insight, all the wisdom that she needs within herself. And there's such a strong element of self-trust, okay? Trusting in the self, recognizing the self. The other thing that I want to say with the High Priestess in the position of emotions, it's about recognizing that you can control your emotions, that you can positively impact your emotions and use your emotions to help you achieve the things that you need to. So, let's be honest, it's been a difficult year and we're all feeling a bit emotional. We're all feeling a little bit tense, a little bit stressed, a little bit anxious, a little bit whatever you want to call it. And this is saying to you that during the month of October, you can actually use your emotions to help you achieve the things that you need to. But you've got to learn to trust yourself. You've got to learn to trust your own abilities, your own ability to be who you are. So emotionally, you may find the emotions are, I don't want to say a little bit all over the place, but you may find your emotions a little bit up and down. And it's about recognizing or harnessing the power of that, using that to inspire you and to motivate you to achieve the things that you want to. So emotionally, for the month of October, you're going to find it may be a little bit, the waters may be a little bit choppy, but we're going to use that to our advantage. We're going to take that energy, we're going to take that momentum, we're going to take that power that is there, and we're going to trust it to propel us towards where we want to be. Because remember, you are your own inspiration. You are not the kind of person during the month of October who is inspired by other people's activities. You need to be inspired by your own. So it's about recognizing when you have a good day, when you have a positive emotion, when there's something good happening, harnessing the power of that and letting that help you to become more of. When you have a negative emotion, when you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, when the tears are flowing, again, it's about taking the energy of that, taking the power of that emotion and using it to overcome anything that's been holding you back. You are your own muse, and you have it all within your heart and soul to help you work through, get over, and become a better version of yourself. I think that's just so fabulous. Really do love that. Capricorn, we're now going to look onto the next card, and this has got to do with your career and your money. So financially, what does the month of October have in store for you? And what we've got Can you spot, before I even tell you about this card, can you spot the similarities between these two? And I'm going to bring it into this one as well. We've got curtains, curtains partially open. When I look at this card, these two ink blots to me is representing the curtains and being partially opened. So there's definitely, I'm going to call it a common theme here. And Capricorn, it's so far, it's basically saying to you, pull those curtains apart, step out into the light, and let people see you, let people see who and what you are. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands, and it looks like he's stuck behind some kind of a, I'm wanting to not use the word, but I have to, some kind of jail bars. Okay, so he's behind that, but look at his face. I mean, just look at his body, look at his face, look at his, the way that he's standing, the way that he's holding himself. He's fearless. Okay, he is completely and utterly fearless. And what he's doing is he's being active, proactive in grabbing the bars and actually pulling them apart. But there's not even strain, there's not even suffering. It's so easy. You know, he is strong enough to do that. I'm actually going to pick it up because I want to look at his tattoos. So he is this tattooed person. I love the fact that we see love, huge. We've got sunflower over here. We've got a lady's face. But here we've got a bit of battle. We've got a bit of fighting and a bit of a battle taking place here. But that is all, I'm going to call it, on the low down, it's also not significant. What is important and significant is the love. And like I said, if you look at his face, I mean, there's no strain. There's no worry. There's no anxiety. There's no stress. He's completely cool, calm, and collected. He really is, even though there's all sorts of stuff happening in his solar plexus. You know, there's all sorts of mixed emotions. But you know what? He knows his strength. He knows what he's capable of doing, and he's just going for it. So how do we bring that into your career, into your finances? It doesn't matter what obstacles come your way. It doesn't matter what restrictions and limitations get put in front of you. Don't give up. Capricorn, this is saying to you that you have the power to pull it apart. You have the power to set yourself free, to break out of whatever limits and restrictions are around you at the moment. But everything has to be done with the energy of love. Everything has to be done with truth and integrity. And that's what comes through with the High Priestess. So when you face this particular situation of having these bars in front of you, are you going to allow your emotions to overwhelm you to such an extent that you just sit and cry about it? Or are you going to use that anger, that emotion of the fear to give you the strength to be able to pull the bars apart? Okay, so financially, whatever restrictions come, whatever limitations come, understand that you have the ability to pull them apart, but you have to do it for yourself from a place of love, from a place of acceptance, from a place of understanding. And nobody's going to tell you, okay, now pull the bars apart. You have to trust and believe in yourself and use your emotions to help you achieve the things that you want to achieve. Love that. Love, love, love it. All right. Capricorn, we're now moving into your health and well-being, your physical body. So what does Spirit need you to know in the month of October with regards to your physical body? And we have the Knight of Pentacles. The first thing I have to say to you is I'm seeing all the green, okay? So right off the bat, this is Spirit saying eat more greens. Eat your greens, Capricorn. All right. So we have a lady sitting on a horse. It's not a traditional horse, okay? It is a bit of a leafy horse. But the other thing that I want you to observe, what I observe about this card, is the fact that the horse is not moving. The horse is standing still. And it's almost like it has moved, it has been moving, but where it's at now, it's sort of stopping so that she can reevaluate where we're going, what we're doing. So when we see night energy is very active, very progressive, it's moving. But in the Knight of Pentacles, the horse is standing still, giving her an opportunity to survey her surroundings, okay? Maybe she's arrived at this point because people told her head in that direction. She took advice, she took directions from somebody, and now that she's part way on her journey, she's not suddenly going, hold a second, is this actually the right place? Am I moving in the right direction? And bringing this back into it, Capricorn, this is saying, stop listening to other people's directions. Stop paying attention or blindly following what other people are saying, left, right, forward, whatever. Stop, evaluate, look, and then decide where to next. But let you be the judge, the guide, the muse. I am going to say to you as well, never mind on a physical level that this is spirit saying to eat your greens. I do think it's telling you that with regards to your health and well-being, maybe you've been taking the advice of others. And when I'm saying advice of others, I'm not referring to the doctors. Please, you do stick with the doctors. If take whatever guidance they've given you. But when you have family, friends, and colleagues who say, "Oh, I took this and it helped," maybe stop that, okay? Maybe just stop taking the advice and guidance of unqualified professionals and listen to your own body, listen to your own self, trust your own instincts. Trust your own instincts and say, you know what does my body need? What do I need? How do I incorporate that? And am I moving in the right direction? Is what I'm doing for myself sufficient? Is it enough? And am I happy with the progress that I've made so far? Let you be your own muse and to decide what's right and wrong for you. And you make the decisions and you follow through with it. Don't let anybody else do that for you. All right. I think that's really good advice, Capricorn. We've got 2 cards left down the bottom here, and these 2 cards are what you need to embrace during the month and what you need to watch out for or be mindful of during the month of October. So Capricorn, let's have a look and see what do you need to embrace this month. And the card we have here is the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is a very interesting card. So it's almost like she's become this mountain, okay? She's standing in the water, on the land. She's sort of like a little bit of mixed all over the place. Look at her hair, and her hair has become rope. She's holding a ship. There's all these birds in the air. You might not be able to see it on camera, but there's all these birds in the air. And whenever there's a ship around and a lot of birds, you know that there is food source. You know that there is plenty, bountiful, there is excess. She's basically, the way she's standing, hand on her hip, it's almost like she's waiting for something, okay? So she's in pause mode and she's waiting. She's waiting for the tide to be right, for the circumstances to be correct. And then she's going to put her ship into the water and we're going to sail off. So decisions have been made and now we're just waiting for that perfect moment to implement and to follow through with the decisions that we've made. She's not, even though she's waiting for the right moment, it's when she decides it's the right moment. It's not when somebody else says at 4 o'clock it'll be the right time, go for it. She's like saying, I will judge. I will be the judge of what is right for me. And this is what you need to embrace during the month. So even though the weather is looking a bit ominous, there's some clouds coming and all the rest of it, she's not letting that deter her. She's not letting that influence her. She's just saying, you know what, I know what I want. I know what's right for me, and I'm trusting and going with that. And this is what you need to embrace during the month, Capricorn. Let's see what you need to be mindful of, careful of, or what you need to watch out for during the month. And we have the 10 of Wands. I love the 10 of Wands. It's such a beautiful card. So here you are, barefoot on the ground, which means that you are grounded, connected with source energy, okay? And she is picking flowers. You can see on her back she has already accumulated quite the load, okay? She's already accumulated quite the load. She can't even stand up straight, but yet she's carrying on. She's still picking more. And I look at this and I sort of wonder to myself, has she missed the memo? Did she misinterpret the memo? Did she read the instruction incorrectly? Did she receive the instruction incorrectly? The instruction was to go and get some flowers, but she's just picking and picking and picking and picking. This mountain on her back is just getting larger and larger, larger and larger. And she's at a point now where it could actually cause her to fall down, but yet she doesn't stop. So it's about perseverance. It's about maybe doing a little bit too much. So Capricorn, for you, the question we had here is, what do you need to be mindful of? What do you need to be careful of during the month? And it's about taking on too much, doing too much. We understand that you're capable. We understand that you absolutely can and that you're stopping to reevaluate your situation. But don't feel obligated to do more than is absolutely necessary. Don't feel obligated to do more than you absolutely must. It's about finding a balance, isn't it? It's about finding a balance between what you do, how you do it, and who you do it for. Once you have found that balance, you'll be surprised as to how much you can actually achieve. So we're not done yet, Capricorn. I have another deck of cards here. This is the Oracle deck that pairs with this tarot deck. You know me, I love working with tarot families. So what I'm going to do is shuffle and draw a card from here, and we're looking for a card to connect to these two, to help you understand this decision that you've made and this burden that you're carrying, or this excess work that you're doing. So let's just see, what does Spirit want to bring through with regards to what you need to embrace and what you need to watch out for during the month of October for all Capricorn energy. Taking that card over there. The card we have is card 20, and it says, under my umbrella. First of all, how fabulous is this card? How fabulous is the artwork? Isn't it just? I love the color of the bird. The fact that he's, you know, holding the umbrella. Obviously, there's a bit of storm clouds brewing. He's holding the umbrella. He's more concerned around protecting the bird than protecting himself. But isn't the bird, I'm going to say, waterproof? Isn't the bird able to fly through the water without being negatively impacted? Him, on the other hand, you know, he may suffer more damage than the bird does, but he's not concerned around that. He is more about, let's make sure that we're under our umbrella to be safe and to be secure. You know, what's interesting is you can see I almost want to say, the protection that the umbrella is giving, and the bird is the one that he's protecting. So everything he's doing is for the bird. How is he being rewarded? Well, we don't know. Maybe it's just the gorgeous of the bird, the pretty color and all the rest of it. Maybe the bird is going to transport him somewhere. But what we have, right, so let's look at this, Capricorn. I want to put these three cards together because this is the in-between, what to embrace and what to be careful of. So there are decisions that you've made. Maybe we just haven't acted on it yet. So he's already decided he's going to go out of his way to be kind and generous to the bird, to take care of the bird, to nurture the bird, to make sure that the bird falls under his umbrella to keep the rain out of its eyes. So the decision has already been made. He already knows what he needs to do. He's obviously, it's pointless putting the umbrella up if it's not raining. So when it comes to what to embrace, he's waiting for the right moment. When the right moment comes, he climbs onto the bird's back to hold up the umbrella to keep the bird safe. What we need to be careful of is that, you know, we need to ask ourselves, does the bird actually need our protection? Is what we're doing sufficient? Is it relevant? Is it appropriate? Is it needed? And Capricorn, I know that you're not really the kind of person that focuses on yourself. You're the kind of person who's always mindful of other people and always trying to do better by other people, help other people. But when I look at all of these cards laid out here, there's a common trend, a common theme, and the common theme here is about paying attention to your needs, wants, and desires. What is relevant and appropriate for you, and not for the people who are important and significant in your life. Yes, you are the protector. Yes, you're always trying to take care of others. You're always trying to help other people, even to your own detriment, even when this burden is just so heavy to bear. But this is Spirit really saying to you, question everything, question your motives, question your actions, and ask yourself, are you actually doing any good in your actions? And if the answer is no, stop doing it. Okay? If it's not helping yourself, if it's not helping anybody, don't do it. You know, does the parrot, does the bird actually need the protection? Does it need to be under your umbrella, or do you need it to be under your umbrella? When have you done enough? Okay, so there is a fine line here, Capricorn, and I do think you'll figure it out. I do think you'll work through it. This video is available to you anytime you need it. Come back as often as you do to get the reminders of just making sure that you are being your own inspiration and living your best life. As always, with love and blessings, from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care.